Right, guys, so you like football, you like soccer, you like watching it, you want to make some money betting it, and I'm here to help you out with that. This first rule, this first strategy specifically is for Liga MX, but that's because I've been recording certain results from Liga MX for a couple seasons now. So this might not apply to some of the other leagues in the other soccer, football leagues. This might not apply to La Liga, Premier League, mm, Bundesliga. It might not apply to those. This is more Liga MX specific, but the other two, I promise you, will work. So I got three strategies for you guys today. Here's the first one. Well, this one applies to Liga MX only. The other two strategies you can apply to some of the other leagues. So first one, for the last 4 seasons, the over 2.5 has been profitable more dominantly than the under. It's just in this last season, the Apertura 2024 wasn't as much. There was less overs in this one, but I also didn't count the playoffs. In the other overs, I counted the other play-in matches. I didn't count anything past the 17 rounds in the most recent Apertura 2024. So the over is still profitable. You're still hitting slightly over 78 to 66. At least that was the last season. That's on the low end, but that's the lowest out of the last couple of seasons. I still predict that the over is going to be still profitable in 2025. More than likely, if not, it's probably going to be even. So, but then again, this is just if you're trying to bet everything over or everything under. But we're not. We're gonna be a little bit picky as far as what's over and what's under, like we have been already. But this is just kind of an overview of how you can make money as far as the total specifically for Liga MX. So, but let's get into the next two strategies. Those two can definitely apply to any league, whether it's La Liga, EPL, Bundesliga. The strategy I got for you guys, whether it's Liga MX, Bundesliga, EPL, doesn't matter. I've been experimenting with, and I haven't gave out a lot of first half picks because I was still doing some experimenting, but I think I'm finally getting down. I think I'm finally starting to get good at it, so I'm probably going to be handing out more first half picks more often than I would not. So, and a perfect example of that was today. Obviously, I didn't bet big. I'm still experimenting, so I'm just kind of just betting as small as I can to see what's working, what's not, see if I can kind of read the lines right. So I would encourage you guys to start reading your first half lines a lot more. That way you can kind of see what numbers kind of stand out to you. I can't exactly explain how to. Once I figure out and I can properly explain how to just read lines, I'll give that to you guys. But my only advice, at least at the moment where I'm at right now, I can only tell you guys to just read the lines and see what stands out to you, because that's just kind of how I've been doing it. And I've just been having success. You want to call it luck, call it luck. That's fine. We need a little luck. This is gambling after all. But for this game specifically, earlier today, it was Espanyol versus Real Valladolid. Damn, I can't say that. I'm sorry, guys. But anyway, I remember the Espanyol money line was favored. It was plus 145 for the first half. Real Valladolid was, I believe, plus in the plus 200s, and the draw was actually plus 110. So you can think, hey, okay, the lowest line, the most favored line was the draw. Maybe it's plus 110. And sometimes, a lot of games end up having a draw. So that's why probably I imagine why the plus 110 was mostly favored, because a lot of first half, and especially in football and soccer, a lot of first halves do end up being draws, and that's probably the most common thing. But not always. If it was just plus 110, why is it only plus 110? Why wasn't it minus 100 or minus 105? Just even money plus 100. Why wasn't it that? But Espanyol was clearly the better team, and the full match, I think, for Espanyol was probably like plus 105 for the full match. They did win the full match. Don't get me wrong. They did win the full match. But Espanyol was leading 1-0 after the first half, and I managed to cash in a little plus 145. Again, you guys can see on my screen, I'm not lying to you about how much money I'm making. It's just, again, I'm putting a small amount because I'm just experimenting with it. and I've been having this kind of success with it. Now all I need to do is have the balls to bet something a little bit bigger. But I'm just wanted to share with you guys what's kind of working for me. It's been working a lot more than it hasn't. But these first half bets, man, don't sleep on them, guys. Start reading first half bets on games that you're paying attention to, that you like, on teams that you like. Look at these first half bets, especially when it's a full match. When it's a full match that it's a big favorite, look at the first half, and sometimes just reading the first half lines can kind of tell you where the full match is going. The more you keep doing it, the more you guys are going to get better at it. I promise, especially if you want to become a good gambler. But first half bets, I think they're slept on. Don't overlook them. I think you guys should probably hit those more often. Look at them more often, and you're gonna find some things that you like. I guarantee it. So third strategy I got, but basically I only give you guys two strategies for other leagues. This is your third strategy, especially if you're betting Liga MX. So we got, you guys are not gonna bet big favorites, and you guys will not bet negative odds laying goals. As you can see, Pachuca, it tells you on the money line, minus 300. We're not doing that. Pachuca, for them to win, minus 1.5, which means they have to win by 2 goals, and you're still not even getting a double on your money. It's minus 102. So you're only gonna get 98 cents out of every dollar. We're not doing that. We're not doing that, guys. No big favorites. We're not laying goals with negative odds. If you want to lay goals and you're gonna get some good plus money, I would say if it's not at least plus 120, I wouldn't go negative goals. Just don't do it. Soccer, football, whatever you guys want to call it. Not a lot of games, especially if they're really good leagues. Just not a lot of games are gonna end up by more than 2-3 goals, and even then you're pretty much just safer on the money line. I would just, like in this game, if I want to bet Pachuca that bad, I would just go minus 300 if you want them that bad. But because what if they win 1-0, man? Then your bet is cooked. So I'm not laying negative goals, especially not with negative odds. I don't like to lay goals, lay points in football/soccer specifically. If I lay points, it's going to be on a sport like baseball or hockey or basketball. Maybe even in football too, but that's just laying points, laying goals in soccer, football, just not my thing. And I would encourage you guys not to do it either, unless you're absolutely confident. But again, if you're laying goals, it's probably because there's just a giant mismatch as far as how good the teams are. But stay away from negative odds is basically putting things away from your favor, guys. Just stay away from it. Negative odds, negative points. It's a no-go for me. I don't encourage it.